first episode of Inside Scoop. I'm your host, Saad Rashid, and today I have a very special guest from UAE, Talha Umar, to talk on the topic of Premier League. Hello, Talha, how are you doing?
Hello, Saad. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, the English Premier League has started and it's been a blockbuster since. First of all, let me ask you, which team are you supporting?
I've always been a supporter of Manchester City.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
transfers are being done, teams buying up players, selling players. It's an interesting window. And the curious case of Mbappe, for example, it's Mbappe doesn't want to go, but PSG doesn't want him as well. What is your stance on that?
Because, as you know, in the recent developments, PSG have reintegrated him into the first team just, I think, 2 days back. And the negotiation and discussions are still underway because the rumors are there that the PSG are going to include a special clause in his contract that may allow him to go to his club in 2024 with an option of extending 1 year as well. So in this way, PSG don't lose him for free, and Mbappe could leave for Real Madrid in 2024.
Yeah, great. You know, I think, in my opinion, the player he is, wherever he goes, he's going to make an impact. Okay, a match happened yesterday between Chelsea and Liverpool. Uh, brilliant tie, actually. You
Yes.
watched it?
No, I couldn't able to watch it, but I was able to watch the highlights. But I think Chelsea played. I've heard they played really good against this Liverpool side, and also it's good to see Luis Diaz back into the field because I really think that he's going to make an impact this season. And Liverpool's first are really good with Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz in form, and Mohamed Salah also scored a goal, but I think it was called for an offside. But let's see that how Chelsea are going to cope up with the absence of Nkunku because he's still out injured for like 3 to 4 months. The transfer that they've made from the Leipzig for I think over 100 million euros. So let's see how Chelsea cope up at the front because they have sold Kai Havertz as well. So let's see how they does that.
Yeah, great. You know, there's been uh, Harry Kane transfer. Have you heard about that?
Yes, yes, Harry Kane recently moved to Bayern Munich. Yes, I've heard. So it wasn't a great start for him because he lost in the cup final against Leipzig as well. They were playing against Leipzig. Yes, yes, they played against Leipzig, and then he almost scored a hat trick in the final. So even their coach they said that Harry Kane is a better player than this. No, the team is a better. They could play better than this, but they weren't able to play good in the final, and they got smashed at 3-0 with a Danny Olmo brilliant hat trick.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players as well. You know, Harry Kane, the way he plays, in whichever team he goes, he's remarkable. And that team is, has a, you can say, a huge advantage over the other team. You know, Real Madrid, one of the biggest clubs, but hasn't been able to get going and got a number of injuries. What do you say about that?
Yes, because they have been dropped back by the injuries. Because first Thibaut Courtois torn his ACL, and then yesterday Eden Militao has torn his ACL as well. So, but I still think Real Madrid are covered in defense, but they have agreed the deal with Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea on loan for 1 year. So I think that's going to be a very major difference, not having Courtois in the defense. But as far as the case for Eden Militao, I think they are well covered because Nacho is there, Alaba is there, Rudiger is there. So I think Real Madrid are covered in the centre back position, but for the goalkeeping position, let's see how Kepa performs because Kepa was going to Bayern Munich until Real Madrid steps in, and then he decided to join Real Madrid on a loan for 1 year. which team are you supporting, Saad, in Premier League this season?
Yeah. You know, the two Manchester City's clubs, Manchester United and Manchester City, one of the favorite clubs to win this league. Which team, there has been a rivalry for over past years. Which team in that case do you support and why?
I mean, I am a supporter of Manchester City. I think since very long. So I've always been supporter of Manchester City, and I still think they are still a lot better than Manchester United. They are still a work in a progress because I think Eric Ten Hag is doing a great job. He's still rebuilding this team, so I'm just eager to see how they perform in this next match. I think they have their match against Wolves tomorrow. So let's see they fared up, but the depth Manchester City have, I don't think so. Okay, Manchester United can cope up with that. Their depth in midfield and in attack also. So let's see. There are still a few transfers Manchester United have lined up because they are also lined up for Morocco and Amrabat as well from Fiorentina. So let's see because he's a really good player in the defensive midfield position. So if we are going to get him and with Casemiro by his side, so I think Manchester United are really well coached up in that way. I think the main problem lies up in the attacking third because there's still this pending case of Mason Greenwood because I think he's being reintegrated into the team, but there is a lot of protest as well from a lot of female supporters of the club that they don't want Mason Greenwood to be back in the team. So with Marcus Rashford and Anthony Elanga at front, Anthony, sorry, at front. So the right wing position is still vacant. So let's see how Manchester United they buy anyone or Mason Greenwood gets a green light to come back into the team. So let's see. But in case of title, I don't. I think Manchester City are going to make a record by winning four Premier League titles in the first time in the history of Premier League football. I still think they are favorites. But at the number two spot, I think so Manchester United will be there. Manchester City and then Manchester United. These are my top two.
Yeah, I agree on that. That's a great take. Chelsea had a pretty poor season last year, and they are looking to make a comeback. So they started off pretty well, but can they, get back from the last year poor run?
I think it's going to be a very tough job for Pochettino because they have sold a lot of players. So they've recently agreed the deal for Moses Casido from Brighton, who's a really good player in the central midfield position because he was going to Liverpool, but then he chose Chelsea because he had already agreed terms with them in May this year. So I think that's a really good signing, and they bought Enzo Fernandez last year as well. So these two are really good players in the mid, and I think still Chelsea. I think they are lacking a little bit of sharpness in the final third in with their attack. With Raheem Sterling there and Nkunku still missing out with the injury. So I still think Chelsea. I don't think so. They will are going to be able to finish in top four this season, but top 10 maybe. But still, Chelsea is a work in progress. Marcus Pochettino has still a lot of work to do with this team.
Yeah, they are, a mystery club. You don't know that when they are going to have a good run or a bad run. They have magnificent players, but sometimes they play good and sometimes they play extremely bad. So, you can't
Yes,
predict anything with
you know
Chelsea.
the you know the,
You agree on
yes,
that?
yes. In football they say never say never in football. Anything can happen.
Yeah, true, absolutely true. So, there has been
Never say
a
never
lot
in
of
football.
signings and
If
transfers.
let's say
There has been a lot of transfers and signings. Has there been any transfer which surprised you the most?
surprised me the most. I think the one transfer that is going to surprise me the most, I think, if Neymar chooses Al Hilal club over Barcelona, because he's still 31, he's still in his peak, he still can contribute a lot in Europe. So I've heard that they are close to agreeing deal with Neymar. So I don't think so. This is the age for Neymar to go there in the Saudi league because he will be able to join Ronaldo, Benzema, Firmino, etc. Many players are going to the Saudi league, but I still think Neymar should play in Europe for I think 2 3 years, and then he has a lot of time to go to the Saudi league. He's still at the peak of his career. He's still only just 31, 32, I guess. So I think if Neymar should it Al Hilal club, then that would really surprise.
Okay, great. So, any predictions who is going to win the Premier League?
Manchester City.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Any club is in the right position right now to challenge them for the title. Liverpool is a work in progress. Manchester United is a work in progress. Chelsea is a work in progress. Tottenham is a work in progress. Let's see who else is there. Newcastle United is a really good team, but I don't think they have the ability to win the Premier League just yet. So Manchester United, I think, are still well covered with the depth they have there in squad. I still think they are favourite.
Well, yeah, that's a great prediction. Early prediction, but a wonderful one. Liverpool is such a great club, and the performance they have been recently giving is extraordinary. So let's just get a little off than Premier League. Talk about the Saudi Cup. You know that Ronaldo recently won.
Yes, yes. I couldn't follow the match, but I was following it live, and I saw that from the 10 man, being 10 man down, Al Nassr club came back to win the final by 2 goals to 1 thanks to Ronaldo, who scored a brace in the final. You know, he's a clutch guy. He comes up at the big moments, he scores in the final, so you could always have expected him to score. And I think it was great to see him lift his first trophy with Al Nassr.
Yeah. I still want Ronaldo back in the Premier League, even though he's doing well in Saudi. But uh, the way he played in Manchester United, it was amazing. Would you want to have him back in the Premier League?
Yeah, surely him and Messi as well. I don't think so that they should have left, but you know, because Ronaldo at his age, it was getting really tough for him to, you know, have that role and keep this pressing game that Harry Kane has wanted to play. And you know, Ronaldo's a bit immobile these days because he likes to stay in the box now these days and just to finish the shots. So it was a little tough for him to go to any club, and by his standards, he didn't want to go in any club not playing the Champions League and not having a good team because then all the media pressure and scrutiny will be on him. So that's why he decided to go to Al Nassr club. So I think it was a good choice for his age. And even though Messi could have come to Barcelona, but I think he chose his mental health and his family's mental health over his comeback to Barcelona because Barcelona is still going through a crisis and he didn't know where he would end up in July and August, and he didn't want to go through that same heartbreak he went in 2021. So that's why he decided to go to Inter Miami. So I'm happy for him. They're both happy. They're playing, they're scoring goals. So it's good.
Yeah. I just want to ask you a quick question that are you afraid, Premier League's a high quality league, uh, and but players have been recently leaving Premier League behind and transferring to Saudi Cup. So are you afraid that this high quality league is on a risk?
To be honest, I don't like that. So the owners and investors, they are willing to pay the footballers and offering them these very high wages because I don't think so. Any football player is going for the sake of the motivation or do some great. Everybody is going there for the money. So obviously, it hurts to see as a fan because you know a lot of good players have left Europe this season. Firmino, Mendy, Ronaldo as well. Then who else? A lot of players. I'm still confusing the name. Even this Neymar is going. Bernardo Silva's name was also coming up. Even Messi got this huge offer. They are jumping a lot of players. So obviously, we don't want to see the quality drop in Europe this season, but it is what it is because money is everything. So everybody is preferring to move to Saudi Arab, and now the Saudi League have gotten some really good squads, and they've got some really good players as well.
Yeah, that's a great take actually. So let's just wrap this up. But before that, I just want to ask about Neymar.
Neymar, as I've already told you that I've heard that his client is close to agreeing the deal with Al Ahly club for the move to the Saudi league over. He's preferring the move to Saudi league over Barcelona, but you never know what could happen at the last moment until the deal hasn't been agreed. But I still think that Neymar should play in Europe this season because he's still only 31. He can still have 2, 3 great years in Europe. He can win a Champions League, which he hasn't been able to do after leaving Barcelona and Messi. So I still think that he should play in Europe. He could still win a Ballon d'Or if he plays for a good club because it's been a downhill for him since he's been in the PSG. So I think a 1 year spell at Barcelona, or maybe a 2 year, is going to be really good for him. And maybe he can rekindle his romance with the Barcelona fans as well, and the fans of Barcelona who have been hurt by the Messi departure. I think they could find some solace in the presence of Neymar for 1 year.
Okay, that's great. So, thank you, Talaba, for coming on the
Thank you,
show. And
Talha.
that's